Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.
And now I've caught up with Edgar Villanueva of the Marguerite Casey Foundation. Your second time here Creating Change. What were your thoughts kind of coming in this time, having already been here and knowing what to expect?
You know, I was really excited to come back. Last year was my first time. And for me, as a funder and investor, to be up close and personal to see the work of an organization was just really thrilling. And then just as an individual living in, you know, my life every day in multiple intersections, it was just personally transformational. And so I was excited to come back to be reconnected with activists and leaders in the movement. We support a number of organizations that are here and participating in this conference. So like Ray Carey said earlier today, it's like a big family reunion.
Indeed. Let's talk about the Casey Foundation. Unlike, say, a charity where it's like, hey, we raise money and give it to somebody and they, you know, great. It's more about giving somebody a voice, right, and mobilizing them and enabling them to use that voice, correct?
Absolutely. We fundamentally believe that low-income families, people living in poverty, have solutions and answers to change that situation. And more often than not, they're left out of those conversations when it comes to policy and decisions being made about their lives. So our funding really is an effort to strengthen the voice of low-income families and to create opportunities and a platform to mobilize those voices in order to change policy. And we do that over, we're not an issue-specific foundation like a lot of organizations, but we believe that you know, movement building across issues, across geographies, across identities and ethnicities is the way to build power. And that is something that we're in the movement building business in terms of what we're investing in.
And describe this new partnership now with the task force and Creating Change. I mean, we do know that there's a disproportionate amount of LGBTQ people living in poverty, and so just describe this cross-section with you and the foundation.
Absolutely. So we define the term family very broadly. We know that that families are made up of men and women, and also folks who live in different identities, and that LGBT issues are also issues that impact the broader population. And so housing is an LGBT issue, income inequality, so our mission as an organization is to lift up all families out of poverty, regardless of what those families look like. And so it was just roughly about 2 years ago when I got connected with folks at the task force and began to learn about their work and to see that they were really a convener in many ways of connecting the dots of the LGBT movement at the intersection of a lot of other issues that we were already funding, that they lead with a very strong racial equity lens, which is important to us. And so it was a very natural partnership in terms of one of the first big investments we've made to an LGBT-specific organization.
And tell folks how they can, maybe they're out there thinking, oh wow, you know, this is something I want to get involved in, or something which I can benefit from. How do they find you?
Absolutely. Our website is caseygrants.org. We also publish a newspaper that you can find on our website called Equal Voice. And the newspaper there, we lift up the stories of families being impacted by poverty, but that are also leading change in their communities. So it's an amazing newspaper. You can subscribe to it there. You can learn more about the foundation on our website, caseygrants.org.
Good stuff. Edgar, good to meet you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.